Today, we're gonna see if we can get the Denali radiator to fit in the Buick. So today, we're going to pull the motor back out of the car, disconnect the transmission, attach the new motor mounts to the engine, drop it in there, see where it sits, and then if that's looking okay, then I think we're going to fit up the whole front clip and start looking at how we're going to get everything inside of there to fit. So let's roll. Oh, and we'll pull off the AC compressor too. Pull the starter off. Attach the whatchamacallits from the doohickeys. Okay, well I think those are both 15s too. That was off. Oh, why are you so scared? I don't know. So there's the starter. What I'm doing is I'm spinning this flywheel around until you see that bolt. So I'm taking off these torque converter bolts because they have to come off as part of the transmission. Okay, so now we are working on removing that transmission. $15mm bolts. Top ones are just going to loosen like that. The transmission be on the floor. What to do so I can roll this sucker around once it's down. So down. I'm making a mess. I like to make it a mess. I always make it a mess. Okay, let me just zip these last 3 bolts out. Just one part.
Is this just me or are you hungry?
Me? No, I'm not hungry. Why?
I'm hungry. Is it like lunch?
No.
No.
It is not. We just had breakfast.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Once I'm done this though, if you're hungry, you can go inside and grab a snack. Big pajama.
Oh my gosh.
Boom.
Oh wow. Today I cut this person in half.
Yeah. So see this here's the torque converter. So we done undid these 3 volts.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pick it back up. I'm gonna take the old motor mounts off and the AC compressor, and then we will maybe put the new motor mounts on and drop it back in the car, see what it looks like. Pull the chains off the motor, and then we'll get to work on putting in the front clip. So this is what I'm pulling off right here. My Ooga Doogas doesn't have very many Ooga Doogas.
I never know what to say.
Said my Ooga Doogas doesn't have enough Ooga Doogas. Now I have enough Ooga Doogas.
Oh, I didn't know you were gonna do that.
You didn't know I was going to take it off?
No.
That's literally what I said I was doing. I was taking off the AC compressor.
I don't understand car language, okay?
Engine mounts. 415s again, looks like. Not enough Ooga Doogas. Let's have enough Ooga Doogas. I didn't know you were going to do that. This engine mount. That's slippery. Ouch. Just go do the splits. Taking off the oil cooler lines because they all up in my way. Woohoo! More mess. Yeah, I think these are from pretty sure these were Bel Air ones, because I think that's mostly what I was looking at, because I was like, the front end can't be too much different than a Tri-5. I'm not gonna push that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
But yeah, I think I will have to cut these.
You're
off.
gonna have to cut those.
Those are annoying. Which I was kind of expecting. Anyways. Slick. So I cut off these original motor mounts that were there, because I think my new motor mounts are going to sit right about there on here. So we are going to get the motor and drop it in there and see. Yay! Get out of my way. Okay, so what I've done is I took this motor mount down in here. The tabs were sticking up and hitting the control arm, so I trimmed the top tab off. So this will have to get welded when the bottom one gets bolted. That's sitting as far back on the cross member as I can get it. And then I've just set the oil pan down on a dolly. So now what I'm doing is I'm just cleaning up the inner fenders and this front, to get this front core support situated where it would be, figure out what all attaches to it, and see if I can get cut some of that Denali core support up with the radiator and stuff in it, see if I can get it to fit in there, because it'd be awesome if I could run the 6-liter radiator, oil cooler, trans cooler, all that stuff together behind the front end of this. So basically what I'm doing is trying to figure out, is the motor sitting too far forward? Can I fit all of this stuff in here? And then I'll be able to also see how much room I have on the sides. So what I'm doing right now over here is I'm just cleaning up all this old electrical junk off of the inner fenders. And then this one here has got the old battery tray on this side. A decent chunk of this, like right now this is hitting the power steering pump So I need to cut this out of here, and then there's also a mount down there that mounts the rear fender to the frame, so I gotta make sure I don't lose that when I do it. And then see if there's anything else I need to trim off here. I'm hoping not. And then up here, this is where that front core support, radiator support bolts to. The other one, quite a bit longer, goes like all the way into here. So I might have to see, won't do it yet. Once it's in the car and everything is in there, then I'll see what all I have to trim out of here. See if I can bolt that one up instead, or weld it together, or whatever I need to do. So that's what I'm doing now. If I just cut this here, and then cut here, here, and then cut this out, then that should still let me mount up to the frame. Shakalaka!
That was funny to do this.
Ripped my glove again. Boom. Off to on this side.
Oh gosh. I hate this. Oh.
So, update. Because we forgot to film. Just we put all these front pieces on, and you can see how little the original radiator would have been. So now what I want to see is going to take a chunk of that, put it up here in its place instead. So I need to make sure this piece stays, because this is where the hood latches. And then, yeah, everything else is kind of fair game. Obviously the grill and everything sits way up here, so I've got lots of space there. I'll pretty much take out anything I need from here, as long as I tie the strength back in with that. So, yeah. What I'm just gonna do right now is take a couple quick measurements. How tall is this? It's definitely gonna be sitting on top of the frame. I'm gonna drop down the roller. So that's first obstacle. 22. Probably sticking too tall. So now the next move is obviously that whole core support's too tall. So then can we pull the radiator out of there and see if the radiator itself is small enough to fit in here. If not, then I need to get a replacement radiator, which would be a bummer. I think it'll just fit. See? Just looking to see. Can you see with the sun?
Kinda.
So yeah, what I'm trying to do is, it looks like the radiator just barely squeezes in between the fenders, which would be awesome. The fan is, if we get the fan in line with where the radiator used to be, then I think it will work. Okay, so to make the radiator fit, it's obviously like way too wide. But what I think I can do is, if I trim these inner fenders, basically trim this out almost, but I'm gonna leave the top piece in across here and here, because that ties into this piece, which will line it back up and add some strength back in. That'll tie that back in together there. Actually, I don't even need those because it's tying it up here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna hack all of this out here. And I think that'll give me enough room to at least lean the radiator back and tuck it underneath here. And then that should give me enough room to put the other pieces in. Actually, I should just look at this. I'll hold this in place again. think I can the radiator back a bit, so it'll be at a little bit of an angle, which is okay. It's not gonna hurt nothing as long as I'm not getting into the fan. And then that should allow me to fit it. The only thing that's gonna be a little iffy is I'm gonna have to trim out a little bit here to get that hose to fit, but I'm confident it's gonna work out. Does it fit? Shh, shh, shh. You're making me I think I have an idea, Wake, and I think it's gonna work.
You think?
Yeah, it's gonna be way more cutting than what I was thinking, but I mean, we're too far in now to not make it work. Yeah, so what I think I need to do is I need to cut.
That. I think so, but I just have to trim a piece away that hose fitting this side. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, I just need to trim. Looks good.
Yeah, I think this might work.
It even looks good on this side. This side looks like it's a good amount of space in the thing.
Trim this piece up around these there, and then that'll even hold it in place there, which is sweet. Holy moly,
We're doing it!
we're doing it.
So might not take as long after all.
Okay, so as you can see, we had to cut out a pretty big chunk to make the radiator fit. Obviously still needs a bunch of cleanup because it's ugly right now, but I'll have to come in the wheel well here and box this in with plate it in with some steel to protect it from the tire. And same on this side. And then the hose, the lower radiator hose, might have to find like a 90 to come out of there and back into the engine bay right away. But we're away from the fan. I'll put some rubber on the bottom, or I will put some rubber on the bottom and some rubber on the top to support the radiator. Right now, I'm just putting in the rest of the, roughly putting in the rest of the front end. So I'm just gonna drive some self-tappers into some of the stuff because a lot of it needs like clean up and rework and some structure added back to it. But I just want to make sure it's all going to fit again. and look good. But right now, super excited. Looks like we will get the original radiator to work. That's exciting.
Now what?
So, that's super exciting. This latch is gonna line back up again. I should be able to somehow run my other radiators in the front here. Take a closer look inside. Gotta figure out a way to make our steering work. I will need a new oil pan because that one just hangs down way too low. So we will be ordering a new oil pan that is drastically shorter. Shortest one we can get. Yeah, steering. Once we get the new oil pan, we'll be able to know if the steering can work in its existing location or if I have to try and figure out how to push it up front. Hopefully we can get it to work in the existing location. That's probably just going to be the easiest option. And then what's the other thing we have to fit up here? Oh, the brake booster. Looks like there's tons of room there. That shouldn't be an issue at all. The engine is, I think, sitting in a pretty good spot. Ideally, we could push it back further, but it is what it is. So, we've got some more cleanup to do here. Tidy up some of these areas where we're connecting to the radiator, down here specifically, and then boxing in that area, cleaning up all of our cuts, welding back all of our overcuts, and then adding some plate, forming and adding some plate into the wheel wells to protect the radiator and the hoses. And that'll look good. I'm gonna leave these pieces on here for now because it will help us mock up the steering and stuff as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, keep cruise culture alive.